JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, mechanic gunned down at illegal bike show in Clarendon. An illegal bike show and party in Woodall, Clarendon on Saturday night turned bloody after a gunman shot and killed a patron at the event, sending those in attendance scampering to safety. The deceased has been identified as 48-year-old Marlon Salmon, a mechanic of Denby Crescent in Clarendon. According to police reports, Salmon was on a section of the roadway at the event about 8:15 p.m. when he was pounced upon by an armed man who opened gunfire, hitting him. In a video of the incident, which has gone viral on social media, persons can be seen watching a motorcyclist performing a stunt at the event. Salmon was also watching the performance, was seated on his motorcycle when a man clad in a red shirt approached him from behind and shot him. The gunman then ran off as other persons and motorcyclists fled the scene. The police said Salmon was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing into the latest killing throughout the central Jamaica parish. Double murder on Water Lane, Central Kingston. 2 men were fatally shot in their community of Water Lane, Central Kingston early this morning. The men, who have been identified only by their aliases Mario and Black Bottle, both men were shot multiple times and pronounced dead at the hospital. The Central Kingston police are investigating. 31-year-old man shot dead in St. James. A man was shot and killed during a gun attack in the Montego Hills area of St. James on Friday. Dead is 31-year-old Akil Carvalho of a St. James address. Residents reportedly heard loud explosions in the area sometime after 11 p.m. Friday and notified the police. On their arrival, Carvalho was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. The police have not yet identified a motive for the killing, as their investigation is still ongoing. St. Thomas records 13th road fatality. St. Thomas yesterday recorded its 13th road fatality for 2021 when a motorist was thrown from his vehicle as it crashed while he was overtaking another. 46-year-old farm worker Noel Augustus Folks of Londowie in the parish was pronounced dead at hospital. The police said sometime after 5 p.m., Folks, who was driving a silver Nissan AD wagon along the Albion to Yallas Main Road, attempted to overtake another car. Folks lost control and was flung from his vehicle. The vehicle then hit a utility pole before falling on Folks. Passers-by lifted the vehicle and rushed him to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. In the past week, there have been 2 crashes and 1 fatality in the vicinity. 2 other victims were hospitalized. Man shot dead, another injured in Red Gal Ring. The St. Andrew North Police are now probing last night's murder of 1 man and the injury of another Red Gal Ring in the parish last night. The incident occurred about 9:30 p.m. This morning, bloodstains still visible on the ground told the tale of the tragedy 12 hours earlier. It is reported that Danny Barrett, 37, a bearer from Maryland District, St. Andrew, went to the location to meet a woman who would be seen for the first time. Barrett and 3 others, including 2 female teenagers, were in a parked car when men aboard a black motor car drove up and opened fire. He was hit in the head, neck and abdomen. The driver of the car was also shot in his leg. The shooters then drove away. The injured man managed to drive to the Kingston Public Hospital, where Barrett was pronounced dead. $500,000 fine for bus driver who caused woman's death while on phone. A St. Elizabeth man who was reportedly on his phone while driving a bus, which ran off the road and hit a woman, resulting in her death 2 years ago, has been sentenced to a fine of $500,000. Stanley McLean, a 43-year-old resident of Southfield in the parish, pleaded guilty to causing death by dangerous driving and was on Thursday ordered to pay the fine when he appeared in the parish's circuit court. Justice Martin Gale, who imposed the fine, gave McLean until April 30 to pay up or begin serving the alternative sentence of 2 years in prison. In addition, his driver's license has been suspended for 2 years. According to an accident reconstruction report, speeding and the use of a phone while driving contributed to the crash, which resulted in the death of 50-year-old Althea Brown, a resident of Richmond in St. Elizabeth. Police reports are that about 7 a.m. on April 1, 2019, McLean was transporting students to school when he lost control of the vehicle on the Richmond Main Road in St. Elizabeth. The bus ran off the road into Brown's yard, where she was sitting on a stool. She was hit by the vehicle and died at the scene. McLean was later arrested and charged by the police. Police seeking public help to find robbery suspect. The police have now released an image of 1 of 3 men they have been hunting in relation to a robbery at a Clarendon store in November this year. The police say the man featured in this photo and his cronies entered a store along Main Street in Maple on Thursday, November 11, 2021. They pretended to be customers and robbed the sales representatives at gunpoint of a number of mobile phones and laptops valuing more than $2 million. The police say anyone who may know the individual captured by CCTV or the other suspects should contact the Mapen Police at 876-986-2208, Police 119 emergency number or the nearest police station. Police give details about arrests of Squeeze Eye. A police witness in the Wandong gang trial on Thursday detailed how the police detained the accused, Jaziel Blake, at a home in Jones Avenue, St. Catherine, in 2019. The witness, number 16, is a detective inspector attached to the Constabulary's Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, CTOC. He explained that Blake, also called Squeeze Eye, was a suspect in relation to an anti-gang investigation the police were pursuing. The witness said a police team went to Jones Avenue and walked through a footpath to get to the suspect's home. He said Blake's mother emerged from the house and the police engaged her in conversation on the veranda. According to the witness, on a search of Blake's home, the police found 2 cell phones and the SIM cards. The witness said he took the items as police evidence. But he says a personal notebook he had used to document details about the probe was later lost along with his glasses and other personal items in his knapsack. The witness also pointed out Blake among the defendants in the courtroom. Trial takes a break for the Christmas holidays and will resume on Monday, January 10, 2022. This government will not negotiate with criminals, declares Chang. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang has slammed some political commentators and opinion shapers for suggesting that the government should negotiate with criminals to help solve the nation's crime problems. Speaking at the recent opening of the new Buff Bay police station in Portland, Chang said opinion leaders and commentators who offered that suggestion should know better. He contended that the government would not be taking that route in its efforts at solving issues relating to crime. Them talk say, put some money to some fella downtown and let him go and talk to the gangs and you solve the problem of murder. It don't work like that and it can't work like that, the cabinet member declared. Chang, who is also the Deputy Prime Minister, said despite representing the tough constituency of Northwest St. James, he has never had discussions with members of the criminal world. I'm the first member of parliament to have won Northwest St. James 4 times, and I'm approaching 20 years, and I don't negotiate with gangsters or criminals. I've increased my majority in that constituency without doing that foolishness, and this government, while I sit in this seat, will not negotiate with criminals, he stated. According to Chang, the crime situation requires some time to be fixed. He cited that other issues, including improving the working conditions of the police, strengthening legislation and the social intervention, will also assist in fixing the crime scourge in Jamaica over time. I think it is important that I bring to the attention of the audience and remind this country, which is necessary, because there's a narrative out there that you can get up one day and just tell the police and the commissioner, look, you have to reduce the murder rate by tomorrow morning. Well, I say, just like the surgeon, it takes time to train the police officers, and it takes time to get the proper equipment, said Chang. He elaborated that it is often you hear, don't do this law, don't do the states of public emergency, put more boots on the ground. The way they say it and those who call for it, it sounds like we buy the boots in Spanish Town at a plant, and we put them out there and them work, said the National Security Minister with a chuckle. Meanwhile, Chang said the government is working to improve the working conditions of the police by improving police stations across the island over the next 3 years. Under the National Security Ministry's Project Rebuild, Overhaul and Construct, Chang said the government will spend in the region of $14 billion on police facilities. Added the minister, we're committed to effectively transforming police stations, and we have effectively dealt with 101 of those stations. 34 new cases, 2 more deaths. Amid Jamaica recording 34 new COVID-19 cases over 24 hours after Saturday, the Ministry of Health and Wellness has reported a positivity rate of 2.6% for the one-day period. This is while 2 COVID-19 deaths occurred on December 16 and were recorded on Saturday, bringing the overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica to 2,446. There were 151 recoveries on the day, bringing the tally to 63,861. The newly confirmed COVID-19 cases brought the total number on record for the island to 92,052. Of the newly confirmed cases, 19 are females and 15 are males, with ages ranging from 4 to 91 years. The case count was made up of Kingston and St. Andrew 7, St. James 7, St. Mary 5, St. Anne 4, St. Catherine 3, Clarendon 3, St. Elizabeth 1, Hanover 1, Portland 1, Trelawney 1, and Westmoreland 1. There are 19 moderately ill patients, 13 severely ill patients, and 5 critically ill patients, among 428 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. A total of 98 COVID-19 patients are hospitalized locally. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.